Good day, Father Matt Williams here. Today is Sunday, the fourth Sunday of Lent, Laetare Sunday. We're feasting to fast. Today, the church proclaims the Gospel of John chapter 9. It's the story of the healing of the man that was born blind. In the scriptures, blindness represents the lack of faith, and the healing of blindness for someone to begin to see represents the coming of faith. In the story, as Jesus encounters this blind man, he spits in the ground and creates a clay that he rubs into the man's eyes. And then he sends the man to the pool of Siloam. And in that pool, he is to immerse himself and wash his eyes clean. And ultimately, his eyes are restored to sight. The rubbing of the clay represents a salve. And the rubbing, it's like Christ rubbing our eyes. It represents the faith. It represents the coming of faith, the coming of belief, the rubbing of our eyes. And the immerse into the pool represents being immersed into baptism, the sacrament of regeneration, where we are immersed into the life, death, and resurrection of Christ. The blindness, which represents our not seeing the world in a proper, ordered way from the perspective of God. We have, as Bishop Barron says, sin-sick eyes. The remedy for our sin-sick eyes is faith and baptism. As we read the story, the man is asked and questioned, who healed you? And he says, the man Jesus. Doesn't say he's the Lord, doesn't say he's a prophet, doesn't say he's anyone great. The man Jesus. But then further on, with further interrogation by the leadership of the Jewish people, he says he is a prophet. And then at the very end, in a conversation with Jesus, he professes him as Lord. It shows us that there's a progression and a deepening of faith. So it is with us. And oftentimes it's in the midst of conflict, in the midst of trial, that our faith is purified and deepened, that we come to know and recognize and believe that Jesus Christ is Lord. And at the very end, after that profession of faith that Jesus is Lord, he worships him. So faith leads to right worship. This is a great scripture to enter into, to meditate on, to use imaginative prayer. Let Jesus rub that salve on your eyes. Enter into the pool of Siloam. Ask God to heal your blindness so that we may truly see, for our sin-sick eyes, that we would truly see through the eyes of faith and live as faithful disciples of Jesus Christ. God bless you.